I'd like to call the regular meeting on January 3rd to order, and I'd like to start with a roll call.
So Pulaski, Chief of Police.
Krista Heiner, Township Engineer.
Tim Sullivan, Director of Engineering Services.
Dave Chris, Director of Finance.
Jeff Winterbottom, Assistant Manager.
Bob Hart, Township Manager.
Courtney Richardson from the Solicitor's Office.
Supervisor Dennis T. Santel.
Vice Chair.
Supervisor.
Kevin McDevitt, Supervisor.
Vice Chair Ashley DePiero.
Chairwoman Jamila Winder. All right, let's do a pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call on a motion to approve the meeting minutes from December 13th, 2022.
I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, do you have any citizens to be heard?
If I could ask that the public that wants to be heard, if they could form a single file. Thank you.
No, thank you.
We don't have anyone online, just no matter.
No, thank you.
We are having some audio and technical difficulties with the Zoom portion of the meeting.
Okay.
We've let everybody, we've let the
bronze.
watching, let them know that there's an issue. And just a reminder that the non-Zoom video portion of the meeting will be on our YouTube, the Township's YouTube channel in the next few days.
Great, thank you. All right, do we have any comments by the Board of Supervisors? Just would like to wish everyone in the township a happy new year. I hope everyone had a nice holiday season, a little break to be with family and friends. I know that I took a little break with my 2-year-old who was out in the audience today, so hope everyone has a happy new year. All right, we'll go to old business. So item A, ordinance number 598, amending chapter 196, stop intersections, Rahway Avenue. I'd like to call on Township Solicitor to review this ordinance, which has been duly advertised.
Madam Chair, if I can have, I think Mr. Sullivan, could you mind jumping in on that? Just because I know this is a unique situation. It is, can you handle this, Jim? Otherwise I can jump in. I know you know because we talked about it.
This ordinance will confirm and ordain stop signs that we have installed on Rahway Avenue. There's now a stop sign at every intersection on Rahway, both directions. So this is something that we've been looking at for a while and we thought it may happen. So we appreciate if you would pass this ordinance so that we can confirm those stop signs and have them enforceable by the police department.
As Jim said, the stop signs are already up. This has to make them enforceable, but it's really a safety issue. They should have been there a long time ago. We worked with the neighbors. It's just a common sense approach here. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 598. Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Seconded by Vice Chair DePiero.
Very good.
Okay, I'll get it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Award contract for Park and Rec Building. I'd like to call again on Engineering Services, Mr. Sullivan, to review this item, please.
And in this particular case, I will yield my time to the manager. There's more information than I do with this.
I will, Jim, if you could just get the basics from the beginning of where we're at, we'll tag team on this.
Yeah, where we're at right now is we had 2 contractors who gave us prices for our 5,000 square foot park and rec building that we wanted to build right next to the playground. We changed our mind and want to build on the tennis court area because it's much flatter and easier to build. The first price we got from both contractors was very close. Not money, but they were both close. It turned out that the one contractor had included some things that our more local contractor did, and his price went up about $500,000. So we decided to work with Rand Construction. And during the course of our review, we actually made the building a little bit bigger, I think, at this time. Instead of 5,000 square feet, it's now an extra 1,250 square feet. We had 25 feet on the end of the building. Price for that, Mr. Hart, I think is going to want to do that if I say something, we'll get in trouble.
No, they won't change.
So
No,
that's
just-
where we're at right now.
Right, thank you. And just to give a little bit of history, we went out to bid on this twice already, and we didn't get any bids. For a variety of reasons. People have been very busy doing jobs, contractors that do this particular kind of work. When we didn't get any, the second bid, we just went and started to negotiate with private contractors and see who was interested. So it opened up a bigger community to us to do this. The Rand Construction has a history with East North Township. They built, or at least partially built, our garage for our police, partially did the bocce courts. So they have a history of doing a lot of work here in the township. We've been working back and forth. As we know, we needed sort of a utility building, a multi-use, smaller building that we can use for our camps, for our senior programs. You know, not a big monstrosity, just something that we can use, and we're growing out of our senior program alone is growing out of every building we have. So this gives us opportunity to put something down there, really be a multi-use, from our senior programs to our children and families, and then to our summer camp and everything in between. Our initial, and Jim maybe will help me with this, the initial price came back at
$923,000.
23,000. We're working, and we figured we'd come back to you with a change order as that extra so many feet on each side. We're working that. That's just for this building. It's a metal building. It's just a matter of them ordering another. Like they just come in and plop it down. So it's not a big deal, but we'll be coming back for you for that, and that could be, you know, 60,000. I don't know what it'll be, 80,000, 100,000. I don't know what that'll be, but that's just to put bathrooms on one end and office and storage on the other, because we want some room to have tables, so we want to roll tables out, have events and all those kinds of things, that it's all located right there. So that's what's before you tonight, basically approving the 923,000, and anything that comes later, we will come back to you as we start this, but time is kind of of the essence. That's why we're moving, because it's warm winter so far, and the contractors are ready to jump in and get going. So that's what's before you tonight.
All right, I'd like to make a motion.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry.
Any
Yeah,
questions?
I'm sorry, a question and a comment. Did you mean to say that they're going to go, the building's going to go where the tennis courts are currently?
That is correct.
Where are the tennis courts going?
We're going to come back to you. We're still doing some research on some pickleball, specifically pickleball.
That's kind of what I was
The
thinking.
tennis is easy, right. So what they have is, I'll be showing you between now and our next meeting, some pictures of just pickleball courts. I saw them at different areas, and I took pictures and I researched them more. Much easier to build, much, you know, we use ours currently on our tennis courts, but it's a lot of wasted space. So that will all be taken care of right next to it, but I'll let you know. I'll have more information at the next meeting for you.
Okay.
It'll be right next to it.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as there's a plan, like.
Oh, yeah,
that's all. And my comment is for anyone who's online listening, and Sue, since you're here. Part of the reason, and I don't remember if I wasn't here when this first came up, but the part of the reason for everyone's information that this is so necessary is because right now we are using the school district for all of our classes. And what has happened is we are paying to use the facility, to pay time and a half for a custodian, and there are times that the custodian decides that they don't want to come in that night, and there's no notice given back to us, so people who come for the classes are standing outside of a school and nobody's coming. So it has become necessary for us to have our own facilities, especially for camp. Just wanted to put that out there in case anyone had any questions in Facebook land or anything.
Understood.
It is necessary.
Oh, yeah,
And can I just add to that, because you bring up a great point, because there's been numerous times I've gone to different classes and it's not there.
Yeah,
Because,
and, you know,
and just to expand on the school, it's frustrating as a parent to come in and it's like, well, the electricity's not working because the school district doesn't.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like music to my ears.
and to be fair, you know, a lot of it is out of their control as well. They have planning on some renovations, and, you know, we plan camp, say, 6 months in advance. Well, they may not plan their renovation of a part of the building that we use until a month or two before summer. So all those things come into play, it just makes it a challenge. This makes it
Yeah, I wasn't
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not qualifying the school district, I'm just saying that
Understood.
it's necessary for us to have our own facility.
And quite frankly, having it on our campus here makes it safer, makes it more convenient, makes it more efficient, it just really makes a lot of sense, so.
Will there be any sports programs that we can run out of?
Oh, just about everything, yeah.
Okay.
Just a variety of things.
Basketball and that type of
And
thing. We don't have to go to-
volleyball.
We're not going to go to school district for those things.
All of those things, from those to dance, we have salon dancing,
Yeah, salon
to
dancing.
everything, and the room will be able to be divided off as well.
Okay.
So we can have 2 or 3 things. I mean, our senior program alone, just with the movies, we could fill 3 of these some months. So this will give us an opportunity.
And is it true that we're gonna refill the pond over on North Wales Road to have the fishing derbies once again? I'm kidding, we're not really doing that.
We're actually taking the concrete out. I'll leave that for another day.
And my other comment was, I'm glad you're doing the tennis courts.
Right.
Because I was there doing pickleball last year, and I noticed it's all cracky. It was going to have to be redone anyway.
And that's part of our thing. When
It's
we
great
do it fresh, that's been there a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, so I'd like to make a motion to award the Park and Rec building contract. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
In favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Madam Chair, if I could add one thing to that, I should have added that. We already have 400,000 in grants to it, over 400,000 in grants to it. And after speaking with Representative Bradford, he's confident that he can provide more grants. So it really makes all the sense in the world for us to do it. But I'm sorry I mentioned that.
Thank you.
Henry. Ordinance number 600, cable franchise agreement, East Norton Township and Verizon Pennsylvania LLC. I'd like to call on Township Manager Robert Hart to review the ordinance.
Thank you, Supervisor Sandrick now. Before tonight is, to give you a little background, I think back in maybe 2006 or so, we signed with all the other municipalities a franchise agreement with Verizon and Comcast where we, on part of it, they give us a little piece from the bill for a variety of things that we can use, communications related and all that sort. That was a 12-year contract, and then there was negotiation. We don't negotiate on our own, we negotiated with a consortium. And last year, they came to a settlement, not a settlement, but an agreement going forward for on a 5-year term. We're already 1 year in, so basically we're just ratifying where we were because of the way the negotiations spread into 2021. But we've been going on that year, we get 5% back, that helps with our program. It's a 5-year term, it's really the same as it's been, it just continues. Like I said, it was 12 years, now it's 5, and then we'll have 1 year renewals after that. But there's virtually no fundamental change other than no one will notice any change from today. It's just sort of re-upping it for another 5 years. So that's what's included.
Any questions, comments? Okay. Seeing none, I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 600. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Vice Chairwoman DePiero. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, item B, financial security release number 3, 5355 West Germantown Pike. I'd like to call on our Director of Engineering Services, Jim Sullivan.
Thank you, Supervisor Devitt. This is escrow release number 3 for 5355 West Germantown Pike, also known as the Amazon e-commerce warehouse. All of these items have been verified to be complete by the Township Engineer's Office. It is therefore requested the Township Board of Supervisors approve escrow release number 3 for 5355 West Germantown Pike, Amazon, in the amount of $189,017.85, meaning a total financial security remaining of $0. This is for all the site improvements that were done there.
Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, I'd like to make a motion to authorize financial security release number 3 in the amount of $189,000 and $189,017.85. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, escrow release number 9, 2311 Old Arch Road, Bradbury Point. I'd like to call on our township engineer, Krista Heinrich, to review this item.
Thank you, Supervisor Gavin. This.
Thank you, Krista.
Sorry, Crystal.
It's a rough crowd.
This request is number 9 for 2311 Old Arch Road, Bradbury Point, the townhome development. The request is for $85,349.67. Our office has inspected the site and found the improvements to have been constructed in accordance with the plan, and we recommend release of $85,349.67. After this release, the remaining escrow will be $168,992.55.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'd like to make a motion to authorize escrow release number 9 in the amount of $85,349.67. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Supervisor Gavanis. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. All right, item D, monthly expenditures. I'd like to call on our Finance Director, David Chris, to review this item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to present to you tonight for your approval of the township expenditures for the month. More specifically, the expenditures from the date of our last board meeting to this current board meeting, and those expenditures total $1,135,298.34. Our accounts payable expenditures, those payments for our utilities, supplies, and services, totaled $777,287.05. And our payroll expenditures, salaries, wages, payroll taxes, came out to $358,011.29. Tonight, township staff has asked for the board's approval of these expenditures, and I'd be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions or comments? Thank you. All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve monthly expenditures from December 14th through December 31st. Can I have a second, please?
I'll second that motion.
Seconded by Supervisor, Vice Chair DePiero. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we have any other business? All right, our manager's update.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will make it brief. I know this is the first one of the year. We have a lot on tap, as you well know, for 2023. Looking forward to a great year. I want to thank Chair Emeritus Gavanis for a wonderful 2022. And we look forward to working with the current makeup of the board, same board, the current makeup of the board under Chair Winder's leadership. So we really look forward to a great day. We hope a great year. We have a lot of things coming this spring. Late spring, we're hoping our building should be a real exciting time to be in East Martin, and we look forward to bringing some really fun and exciting things to you. So thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, do we have any citizens to be heard? All right, seeing none, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting. Can I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.